Now, the main event was fucking incredible, but it ended with something very, very silly, which I don't understand. So Roman Reigns, of course he was going to successfully defend his Universal Championship, but because he was facing the Demon, you were intrigued. How are WWE going to do this? I personally thought this was fucking amazing, absolutely incredible, for about 16 minutes. 17 minutes, even maybe 18. Absolutely balls to the wall, fantastic. The story told was amazing. Can we just put this to bed now? Because even I was one of those people who wasn't a big fan of him as a face. Roman Reigns is fucking incredible. For me, I don't think he's the best wrestler in the world in terms of, wrestling. But I think in terms of everything that he's meant to do, and in his role as a superstar, not just a wrestler, but as a superstar, as a sports entertainer, I think he is the best in the world at it. He is so good. I love his in-ring talking, and obviously Paul Heyman at ringside with him is just so special. Paul Heyman is truly, truly, truly a megastar in that regard. I'm sorry, nobody touches him in terms of performance value. And, of course, you've got the bloodline as well with the Usos and stuff like that. It just all works so well, and it's so smooth, and it's so professional, and every time you see it, it never gets boring, and it's unique, and it's so fresh and exciting. You can't help but think, imagine if they'd done this with John Cena. So this match was everything I expected it to be. I'm sorry, but for me, I would rather watch Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor any day of the week over anything that... I don't know. I mean, there are guys I probably may watch slightly more on an Impact standpoint, but, for instance, I'm looking at all the world champions. I love Trevor Murdoch, I really do, but I'm not going to pay serious money to watch a guy like that. Maybe Nick Aldis I would have. But, I'm sorry, I don't think Kenny Omega can have a match like this. I think Kenny Omega is an amazing athlete. I don't think he can tell a story like this. Admittedly, it is subjective. And I like more paced storytelling matches. I like spectacles as well. Not just, here's two good wrestlers. That's great, but I can go and watch an indie show and see two good wrestlers. And I do a lot, and I fucking love that. And it's, it's bread and butter. But when I'm watching TV wrestling, and I've put aside a specific amount of time to genuinely watch and be invested in your pay-per-view, or even paid money to watch it, like you do with the network or a pay-per-view, I want to see the cream of the crop. And, Kenny Omega vs Christian Cage is not cream of the crop. It's not. Nothing against both of those guys, because everybody knows I mark out hard for Christian. Love him dearly. Not as much Kenny Omega. I just don't think he can match up to Roman Reigns in terms of his star power. I just don't. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's a big star in wrestling, but I just don't think he's close to Roman Reigns. And a lot of that's helped by the fact that he's got this big WWE juggernaut behind him. I thought this match was fucking awesome. This is just another in a long list of matches that Roman Reigns has where he's fucking amazing. It's just so good and so easy and so fun. And then, what in God's name are you doing? So, I will go on the record as saying it didn't upset me nearly as much as it did everybody else. Maybe because I watched it while I was actually awake, as opposed to watching it at fucking 3 in the morning like I normally do. Watch this, after the fact when I woke up. So, Finn Balor gets a power-up moment, like he would. It was like watching a video game. His music all of a sudden plays again, and you see him doing the whole convulsion thing. Now, that was fucking pants. It was. It was fun, but it was pants. I enjoyed it in the moment, but then when I watched it back, I was like, actually, yeah, it's quite fucking stupid and a bit fucking corny. Very carnival-esque. And then he kind of powers up. The music powers him up. He goes, and he kind of shoots up. Ding! It's like fucking Mario getting a power up, and off he goes. And he's enraged, and he starts beating the shit out of Roman Reigns. He's got his power. Oh my god, he's destroying him. And the fans are thinking, okay, it's a bit shit. We don't know how to react. However, Finn Balor looks like he's about to win the title, so we're just going to go with it. And he's wrecking shop, and he's battering him, and he gets up on the top rope, and he spends an exorbitant amount of time up there, and you're thinking, hurry up, mate. And I'm thinking, something's going to happen here. Somebody's going to fucking come down. Something crazy is going to happen. Something's going to blow my mind. Maybe Brock Lesnar is just going to appear out of nowhere, catch him in midair and F5 him, and I'm going to fucking lose my tits over it. No. The top rope breaks. What the shit? The top rope breaks. Finn Balor has to kind of feign injury, and in the commotion he gets hit with a spear and loses. Okay. No idea why they thought this was a good idea. I get it. You're trying to protect Finn Balor. I understand. And you have to protect the Demon, especially because he's never lost before coming into this match, where he has now. But instead of, like, just, you know, it would have been much better if Roman had just beaten him cleanly. Without all the shenanigans. Because then people would have been like, holy shit. It would have added more credibility to Roman Reigns and this incredible... For me, it's the best Universal title run by a mile. I know it's not saying much when you see some of the previous offerings. Second best is easily Danny Bryan's run. And also, to be fair, shout out to Kevin Owens. He was great as well. But I don't understand why you got to do this. I thought the pay-per-view was great, actually. And the women's no contest made sense. At least from my perspective. Why did you need to do this? You didn't. You didn't need to do this, but you did it anyway. Okay, great. This is one of those things. It's like, well, what do you want me to say? I mean, am I happy that they ended the match the way they did? No. Did it take away, though, from my enjoyment of the main event? No. I thought the main event was fucking awesome. I find it astonishing that people are moaning. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. Street Profits versus the Usos. Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor. If I had to give them ratings all over 4 stars, all fucking high quality, top quality, amazing matches. By the way, Finn Balor once again proving why, you know, he belongs in it. I mean, you know, for me, Finn Balor easily a better wrestler than 99% of wrestlers in the world. No, I'm not talking about just shitting on AEW wrestlers that I don't like for whatever reason, but, you know, Finn Balor is a mega star in terms of just athleticism. And when he turns the demon stuff on, he then all of a sudden kind of just adds to his credibility. I've loved Finn Balor ever since he went back down to NXT and had that run. He seems to have been on fire. I would argue maybe, you know, definitely top 3, in my opinion, wrestlers of the year. I just think he's been fucking incredible. And every match he's had has been high quality and has meant something. It's just a shame that they have to do this silly carny stuff. It's not as bad as when Seth Rollins and The Fiend had their Hell in a Cell match called off, so let's not go too fucking mad with this. It had an ending, you know, it's not fantastic, but, you know, when I see idiots like What Culture giving this match 2 stars, okay, that's your opinion, you're entitled to it. It's fucking stupid, but you're entitled to it. Like, if you want to say the ending was stupid and I hated it, fine, but rating this match based solely off of the ending, that's like saying I had a world-class meal, but because the plate they served it on was not, you know, high-priced china, well, I'm going to say that this meal is 1 out of 10 stars. Definitely wouldn't advise you go on here on TripAdvisor. Like, you know, let's not get too fucking carried away. Everyone's got to engage in hyperbole. And I'm sure What Culture have done that because they know that it'll garner interest and it'll trigger... You know, everyone's got to write a piece that's going to trigger a side. Everyone's got to write something or say something that's going to upset either AEW or WWE. I don't give a fuck about your tribalism. I don't give a fuck about which side you like. I watch both. I watch all of it. I watch Impact. I watch NXT. I watch AEW. I watch some Ring of Honor. I love the indies. That's my most passionate calling in life. So don't act like I'm here to shit on your promotion. I could give a fuck about your ratings or anything like that. But when you give Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor 2 stars after the match they've had, that just shows that you're either fucking stupid or you have done something solely to try and garner intrigue or interest or a reaction on the internet, which is what 99% of people do. And I'm not interested in doing that, as you know. I'm just giving you an opinion. I'm trying to entertain you while reviewing a show and giving you honestly what I thought of the show.